They told you red meat makes you stronger. They told you it builds muscle, gives you energy, keeps you full. But what if the very food you grew up believing was healthy is quietly destroying your body's ability to control blood sugar and slowly leading you toward type 2 diabetes? In 2024, a groundbreaking global study uncovered something chilling. People who ate red meat regularly had a 62% greater risk of developing type 2 diabetes. The truth? It is not just about what you eat. It is what your body becomes after years of eating it. Welcome to the Psycho Nurse, where we expose the dark side of health and the hidden psychology behind your habits. For decades, red meat has been glorified, a symbol of strength, masculinity, and power. But modern science is revealing a different story. An analysis published in the Lancet Diabetes and Endocrinology in August 2024 followed nearly 2 million people across 20 countries for over 3 decades. The finding? Every additional serving of unprocessed red meat raised diabetes risk by 24%. And every single serving of processed red meat, like bacon or sausage, raised it by 46%. That's not a myth. That's hard data, and it's shaking the entire nutrition world. So how does red meat connect to type 2 diabetes? It's not sugar, it's inflammation. Red meat, especially processed types, is loaded with saturated fats, nitrates, and heme-iron. These compounds trigger oxidative stress and insulin resistance, which means your cells stop responding to insulin properly. Your pancreas has to work harder and harder just to keep up until eventually it starts to burn out. Your blood sugar stays high, your energy crashes, your mood shifts, and finally, your system can collapse into type 2 diabetes. This isn't something that happens instantly. It's a slow, silent process. And it's psychological, because you don't see it happening until it's too late. Now here's where it gets really interesting. The researchers behind this study did their best to account for other lifestyle factors. Things like overall diet quality, smoking, alcohol, exercise, even BMI. But they didn't account for family history, pre-existing insulin resistance, or even waist circumference. What does this mean? It means the results may not prove that red meat directly causes diabetes, but it absolutely plays a role in stacking the odds against you. Think of it like this. If your body is already genetically prone to insulin resistance, red meat is like throwing gasoline on a fire. It intensifies the damage, quietly, meal after meal. But here's the twist, and it's also where we find hope. The study found that when participants replaced just one daily serving of red meat with other protein sources, their diabetes risk plummeted. Swapping it for nuts or legumes, their risk dropped by 30%. Swapping it for dairy, a 22% drop. One small swap, one daily choice, can literally reprogram your metabolic fate. The same study showed this pattern consistently across 36 years of observation. That's not a coincidence. That's human biology, reacting to what we feed it every single day. But let's go deeper, because this is the Psycho Nurse, and we talk about the mind behind the meal. Why do so many people cling to red meat, even when they know the risks? It's because food isn't just physical. It's identity, it's comfort, it's power. It's deeply woven into our culture. The idea that real men eat meat, or that meat means wealth, is a powerful psychological anchor built by decades of advertising and generational habits. So when someone says, you should cut down on red meat, the brain doesn't just hear dietary advice. It interprets it as a threat to your self-image. That's why breaking the habit can feel impossible, until your body finally forces you to. So, can red meat cause type 2 diabetes? Not directly, no. But it can set the stage, weaken your defenses, and make your body the perfect host for the disease. And here's the most important truth. You don't need to eliminate it completely. You just need to control it and understand it. Because every single meal is a message you send to your cells. And your body? It always listens. I'm the Psycho Nurse. And if this opened your eyes, don't just watch. Start noticing what's quietly killing your energy, your focus, and your future. because health doesn't fail overnight. It fades, one bite at a time. Subscribe for more deep dives into the psychology of health, nutrition, and human behavior, the kind that no one else dares to talk about.